Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you guys. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. We got PJ Cruikshank, Joe, and Roger in the house. How are you guys doing?
All good, sir. All good.
Great.
It's so weird not having the stream already up before it starts. Oh, now it starts for me. There it is.
Yeah, it's just weird not being able to show the schedule.
I know.
I would love to be able to, but it doesn't let me, unfortunately, guys. So I'm really, really apologize for that.
And it's not like you could do it in Restream and then just do it on YouTube, because that would just set a separate.
No, but that's the thing. I always set it on Restream.
Yeah.
But now it doesn't show on YouTube that it's scheduled. It's scheduled on Restream, but it's not scheduled on YouTube until I go live. Once I go live, then it shows, oh, you're live. It's like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. You're being sabotaged by YouTube. Wes. Sorry.
Oh, Ryan's in the house as well. What's up, Ryan? Good to see you. Thank you for coming, mate.
Sabotage.
How was the birthday?
Yeah, he's a young chappy now.
Yeah.
Well,
how was your birthday?
I mean, I went to my mother-in-law's house, and I fixed her kitchen or bathroom sink, which took me a few hours. Then I got to go out to eat, had a really nice dinner, and then I came home, and my engine that I ordered for my go-kart came in, so I started putting that on, and then went to bed about 3:30. That was about it. I didn't do much, but it was a good day though. It wasn't bad, so thanks for asking.
That's good to see you, man. Yeah. So say hi, Sandro. What's up? Good for coming. Hey, no longer on the ball. Good to see you, man. Jeremy Bird, what's up? Sandro, glad to have you. Norman Cross, you guys rock. I'm going to put the link in the chats for anybody that wants to come in. You guys can just chat as well. You don't really need to come into debate if you don't want to, but it's open. This so-called echo chamber is open for anybody.
The echo chamber. Echo, go.
But yeah, we're open. As you see, it is a debate night, so you can come debate, and you can choose anybody you want to debate. So it's up to you. I do know I've pissed a lot of Delta audience off today because I gave them a challenge. So we'll see if they're actually going to attempt the challenge. Del did say he's going to.
Oh, you sent out invites, did you?
They're gold letter invites. We're waiting.
I must say, last night's stream was awesome. With
it was a good one.
David was great.
And Dave Beverly, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, getting some good compliments on that. Also, some people going against that. Like, oh, how dare you say we're not in the Shaitan song? It's like, did you even listen to anything we said last night?
It was mentioned on Vicky's stream last night, and I says, well, guys, where I stand. And it was people on the panel who were saying it. I says, well, where I stand. I'm not with this.
I've got a question about Dell's Earth. Not Dell's Earth, the Upward Rising Earth. Like when lightning discharges and heads towards the Earth, does the Earth come up to meet the lightning that fast?
Well, exactly.
Apparently, yes.
Electricity goes down, doesn't it? Electricity goes towards the ground, always, doesn't it? Sort of thing. So
it's equalizing that.
So
this guy.
The Earth must be more coming up to meet it. It's so
rain, birds, everything that comes back down, it's not really coming back.
No. The things we can actually measure to accelerate aren't accelerating, according to Dell. It's things sitting still that's accelerating.
Of course, it makes sense.
So things that's not measured accelerating is accelerating. Things that are measured accelerating is not accelerating.
That's password. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. But I did send them a challenge. I don't know if you guys want to see that video. Because I did condense it to a small challenge video.
Why not?
Okay.
Well, you had to simplify, did you?
Yeah, because I had a quick stream today where I was giving them the challenge.
And he brought Action Lab into the story.
Yeah, into the Yeah, Action Lab debunked them as well, which is really.
You,
Oh, and yes, Joe, we can definitely read some
Embarrassing.
script. I would love that, actually. Definitely. Okay. So this is what we got on screen, everybody. This is the challenge to the Deltard cult. I would really appreciate it if everybody would share this challenge everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Doesn't matter what
Okay.
platform, what thing,
I'll
just
put it in my
share it. Share the
community.
hell out of it. So people can understand why we going after this so much. Okay. I want you to be honest with everybody, your audience, everybody. I want you to type 1 or type 2 in here, or make a video, or go on anybody's live and actually answer this question. Is it an unbalanced force which causes the movement, which would be a number 1? Or is it your claim of an acceleration is what causes the movement, number 2? It's up to you, Dal.
The forces on the tennis balls are equal. They are not moving. When the tennis balls are struck by an unbalanced force, it causes them to move.
Do you understand that, Dal? So what causes the acceleration, guys? Type 1 in chat if it's an unbalanced force that causes the acceleration, that causes the movement, or is it 2 in chat, acceleration causes the movement, before we carry on. Dylan Heron says 1. He says unbalanced forces. Okay, that's good. Who else? Let's see. There we go. Another 1. Dal, come on, you give it a go. Is it going to be 1 or 2? Kevin says 1 as well. Lemon, are you going to do a 1 or 2? How about you, Mr. Dal? Dal, force is something in motion. You see, guys, this is my issue. Look at this. This is his reply to type 1 if it's unbalanced force causing the motion, or type 2 if it is acceleration causing it. This is what I get. Force is something in motion, derp. So insulting as well.
Derp, yeah.
He is intentionally ignorant, Dylan. Exactly. He is being very shell-like, Cole. I agree, because it's simply 1 or 2. So Dal has yet to type in 1 if it's an unbalanced force that causes the movement according to physics, Newton's first law of motion, or 2, moving causes moving as he claims it to be. You see, he's not going to answer this because he knows if he types 2, he'll be shown to be an outright idiot and ignoring physics. If he types 1, he will be making my point, and therefore his argument is muted. Share this far and wide to every person that agrees with Dal on this. And yes, this is everybody. The Chiquita and QNFi and Jake the Hassle and this whole Daltardian cult group that seems to want to just insult everybody because they don't agree with these guys, which literally are ignoring physics. So this is a challenge to everyone that supports this Daltardian cult. You come and tell me, or anybody, is it an unbalanced force which causes the acceleration? Or is it acceleration which causes the acceleration?
Yeah.
Is it moving because it's moving? Or is it because the force is unbalanced? I leave it up to you.
Nice.
Nice little video.
I've put that on my community, but tomorrow when I do my live stream, I'm gonna open up with that. To be honest, the little challenge. I think I'll open with
awesome. That. Thanks. Yeah. I think that's very straightforward. Because the thing is, if he chooses 1, which is an unbalanced force, that means he has to then concede, okay, it's not moving because it's moving, so his whole argument's down the waters. If he's claiming it's moving because it's moving, well, then he's conceded that he is throwing away physics and doesn't understand unbalanced forces, and therefore showing him to be a total retard, and therefore he cannot moan at anybody else saying you don't understand things. So he's only got it one way. He has to either double down on his idiocy or show he's an idiot that ignores actual physics.
Absolutely.
Can I say something?
I played Maybe What's up, Luca?
Please don't.
Hey, Luca.
I agree with you, Fletcher.
Wow.
It's an unbalanced
That's
force.
a shocker.
Yeah, but it's an unbalanced force.
Yeah, that's the fundamental cause of movement or acceleration, is an unbalanced force. Yes, that's correct.
But
Yeah.
you agree
Yeah,
that you still think gravity is the cause of what holds everything on the Earth, right?
yeah, I do.
Okay. Well,
So the
that's
force that's not a force is the imbalanced force.
pretty
Gra-
much.
but
You
we
see,
don't say gravity is a force, so it's alright.
you say it acts as a force, so it might as well we can think of it as a force.
We
Yeah,
can
just because you
think
think
of
of
it
it
as
as a
a
force
force,
doesn't
so
make it a force.
That's what you say. That's your rhetoric.
Yeah. So all of Newton's laws hinge on the gravity, according to them.
yeah, but Newton himself didn't like the idea of gravity because
He's been
his
listening,
definition
guys.
it described it as a force, and that's why he didn't like it because you know because of what you say. a,
Well, the
a
fact of the
force
matter is, it
can't.
doesn't work in all instances. They're not a steady rate, and that they couldn't apply them to space, so they had to throw away gravity.
To be honest, Joyce B, I don't think it'll be for long. I really don't.
Chilling. It's 1, 2, and 3, mate.
There's a three. Oh man,
There's a
I better
yeah,
vote.
3. They so rage. He's so full of rage because of steroids.
Oh. I think we
But yeah,
saw the.
guys, I have yet to get a response for this challenge. And I mean, Dell was in the chat when I gave this challenge out. So what does that tell you?
Oh, sorry, I coughed. I'll mute
That's fine.
myself.
So yeah, it's sad. I think this cult has gotten out too far.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, what they're pushing is flat Earth society stuff, but it's just gone beyond that now. It's like a wing on its own now, you know.
What I think we should do is review the equivalency principle itself and compare it to what Dell's talking about. Maybe that'll make it clear.
In the stream I had today, I had Action Lab showing the equivalence principle
Okay.
in a van. They had like a van truck, and they had first they started off with a drone, and they accelerated, and then after that he did it again with a neutrally buoyant balloon. So yeah, do you go watch the stream I had today? It's only half an hour long, so just over half an hour, and yeah, it's interesting.
So basically, Dell is pushing the equivalency principle, but with a different explanation for it. The
We
upward
push
rising
it.
Earth.
We can say Dell is a glober.
Yeah, he's a sideways globe, aren't he?
Because Luca, you would agree, according to Einstein, which is your latest rhetoric, it's the Earth that's rising to meet the apple, not the apple falling to the Earth.
Well, that's two ways of looking at it. One's Newton, one's Einstein. Yeah, I guess that.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Dell pushes. He pushes the equivalence principle, which is also based on general relativity, because the apple's not accelerating to the ground; it's the ground accelerating towards the apple.
It's complicated.
No, it's not.
It's not.
What do we? Let's put it this way. What do we observe in reality? And this can be for everybody in chat as well. Type 1 in chat if we observe the apple accelerating towards the ground. Or type 2 in chat if we observe the ground accelerating towards the apple.
And that the second one only works if the apple is falling, not still on the tree. So yeah.
Well,
I guess yeah.
So in other words, the apple accelerates towards the ground, Luca. Let's do it this way, Luca. If the apple,
I thought the Earth was moving up to catch up to it.
When the apple is not on the tree, you could look at it at both.
But I'm saying no. I'm saying, how do we observe it in nature? If the apple decides to fall off the tree, do we observe the apple accelerating, or do we observe us with the ground accelerating upwards to the apple?
The apple would be accelerating, yes.
Ah, great.
Well, there goes gravity.
Yeah, so there's your answer, Luca. So general relativity then is false.
But why?
It's not observed.
Oh,
What? But we see the apple accelerate down. How's that?
Yeah, but general relativity says it doesn't. It says
Yeah,
it
the Earth
does
rises
the
to meet it.
opposite.
Yeah, pay attention.
What?
Yeah.
Ah,
Look at your top physicist. Brian Cox actually explains it quite well. What
yeah.
Einstein
When you like that,
proposed
how can you
was
deny it?
Brian Suxum.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian Cox.
Brian sucks here.
Brian Suxum Cox. Yes.
I actually got another video on this I did a while back. Let's see if I can find it. It was actually for Rachie.
Yep. Does
I
she
miss her.
understand videos now? Does she understand how to press play? No,
I hope so.
because she just seems to be getting dumber and dumber. She used to be quite smart.
Yeah, booze does that too.
Yeah, it will. It'll pickle your brain.
I think it was this one.
Anything? I got
So
some.
yeah, guys, anybody wants to come and debate any subject, you're more than welcome to.
Who's Scott Gog? Long time, dude. You'd be good to come in, Scott. Scott Gogg's all right, isn't he? He was sound.
Yeah, Scott Gold's quite cool.
Hold on. Any subject? Ooh.
Ooh. So I'm looking for the right video if I can find it. It's been quite a while. I'd love to do some biblical stuff though, to be honest.
Trigger was a horse.
It's not very popular lately, is it?
Yeah. Trigger was a horse.
It was Champion, who was a wonder horse.
No, Roy Rogers, who's basically a Hollywood cowboy, he had a horse named Trigger.
I know.
And-
Yeah, I got it.
Oh,
Bullseye, man. It's bullseye. Come on.
Well, he loved his horse so much that he stuffed it and put it on his front lawn.
Nice.
I know.
I bet it's all twisted up. Looks like an octopus.
No, I don't even. No, I think they got rid of it.
what's an octopus?
An octopus.
Octopus. It's my accent, dude. It's my accent.
Yeah, out in Ryan's way, his ex-wife or his wife built a community out there. It's called Dell Evans Community.
Mm.
It's a nice place, dude. If you're going to retire, that's a good place to go.
Yeah, who said gravity schmavity? Somebody said gravity schmavity. I think that's a technical term nowadays. Joyce B.
Is it?
Yeah, gravity schmavity. It's a technical term for it now.
Gravity. Gravity.
Aye.
Everybody else was calling it gravity earlier.
Gravity.
Gravity.
Oh yeah, it
Gravity.
is very detrimental. Isn't it?
We need some butter biscuits to go with that gravity.
I was actually hoping Buddard would come on because he sent an email earlier about a picture. Actually, let me see if I can bring it up.
Oh, yeah.
He says, "Hey guys, I have a globe. I just want to send this picture an email. I'm searching a good debunk showing refractive rays, reflection, and atmospheric causation, but I'm having trouble finding which one. I have seen showing this before. If anyone has any, okay, look at it. But this is the so-called picture which the guy had presented as so-called debunking the flat Earth. Can anybody look at this and tell me how the bloody hell this picture debunks the flat Earth?
Because the clouds all lit up.
But the clouds are lit up on the top.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
So the sun's coming from the top of the clouds, and the clouds are bending over the Earth, right? That's why you can see the top of them.
Yeah, but I don't understand how this is supposed to be debunking the flat Earth.
I think I know.
No idea.
Yeah, go ahead, tell us.
No idea.
Well, looking at it, it does look like the cloud. Well, it does. We don't see the sun in this photo, indicating the sun is
Wow.
Behind
We
the
may
curve.
be in a position where we can't see it from.
Could just be slightly off shot, maybe.
Maybe
I
it's
get
to
a
the
creepy
right.
feeling.
I don't know. Maybe it's to the
That's
right.
true. It could be behind the clouds. That's true as well, and that's the reason why we
Wow, look at you're
don't
telling the truth
see
for
it.
once.
But we know because of the clouds being that color, it's sunset, right? Because the clouds appear orange, it must be sunset, which
Could be
would put the
sunrise too.
sun.
Yeah, it could be either one.
It could be sunrise. It could be sunrise. That's true. It could be any of them. But the point I think this picture's trying to make is that the clouds are being lit from underneath.
Yeah,
Underneath.
but the clouds are lit above.
It's hard to tell. That's true.
Hard to
True.
tell.
No. It's darker at the bottom of the cloud. It's
You
lighter
can
at
literally
the
see
top.
on top. This is where it's light. This is where it gets darker.
Yeah.
Light, darker.
Okay. Yeah, that. Okay, fair enough. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's weird. I
just
just don't
saying
see
my
what's the
sense.
debunk there.
Yeah.
Well, the sun's 93 million miles away, and it has parallel rays. Therefore, they're coming in straight, and it's hitting the cloud at that angle. That's why it's below where the clouds are. Isn't that globe rhetoric right there? That's exactly how they explain it, right?
If I had parallel rays, it would totally miss the Earth. The rays would. There was such a thing as parallel rays. It don't even hit us.
Trying to see if I still can't find that video. Sorry, guys. I just don't know where I put that video. It sucks. Sorry about that. I wish I was able to find it, but no. So the votes so far are: will we get someone to debate us? 40% yes, and a no 60%. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's go look at the comments from last night's stream where the people disagree with us.
Maybe it's because this is going back to the topic of the apple at the Earth rising. It wouldn't be accurate to say it rises, I guess. The apple follows a curved path, right? Is that what we say? Due to space time, it follows a path down towards the Earth.
Well, everything bends in that model, yeah.
Just like this explains the orbits as well. That relatively, if it was true, it would explain the orbits, right? Because of the path we take around the sun.
Space and time actually bend.
Yeah. So it's not. Yeah, I wouldn't say the Earth rises to the apple. I'd still say it falls by following a path created by the curvature of space-time down to the ground. Yeah, that's my sense on it. So.
Yeah, but what causes the downward bias? What is the cause?
It would be space-time, right?
Space-time is the cause of why it goes down? I don't know.
Well, it's because of gravity, as we say. Yeah.
There you go. You're getting it. That's globe rhetoric. It's gravity that causes everything. Keeps the sun together. It keeps the moon together. Everything with mass has gravity. Right?
Well,
if you didn't have gravity, you wouldn't be able to marry your wife. You wouldn't be able to have kids.
The cause of gravity, or the cause for gravity, would be mass. Mass causes gravity.
So if I have mass, stuff will attract itself to me.
Yes. Yeah. Any mass.
Cool.
Yes.
So I just put cloth on top of me, and it just sticks to me because I have mass. So my clothes, I don't have to button them. Don't have to.
If there was if you were alone, like entirely alone in space with no other mess around you, then yes, you would see the cloth gravitate towards you,
Oh,
and vice versa too,
would you?
because you both would have mass.
Of
But the cloth would gravitate towards you faster than you would gravitate towards the cloth. But you would both still be gravitated towards each other if there was no
I
other mass.
feel no attraction to cloth whatsoever. I like wearing it to feel unnaked. But
Yeah, the reason you don't is because there's other mass. Yeah,
How come we
it's
never
not just
absorb?
like
you,
if
the
if
cloth.
me and Roger's
I'm
walking down,
attracted to the woman who takes off her clothes.
me and Roger's walking down the street, and I'm naked, but he's got clothes on. His clothes will jump onto me because I'm fatter than him.
We got to be close enough, PJ.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
be
not
really
getting that
close.
close when I'm naked, dude.
Okay. Even with clothes on, damn. No, so I'm going to ask Luca, where do we observe this happening in nature, or even in the sky for that matter? Where do we see anything attracting a mass to it?
We can test it with an experiment.
Which experiment would that be?
Ah, come on! Don't make me
No,
say
no,
it.
exactly. Come on, because you know it's rubbish.
Don't make me say it. You know what it is.
Old
It's the
Mr.
Cavendish experiment. Yeah.
Cabbage dish. Old cabbage dish.
Which it hardly ever works unless you set it up just right.
I mean, it is you. It is precise. It is very delicate. That is true. You need to set it up, um, very well to get the results.
So within in nature, how many times do
Hey
you
Dave,
see
what's up, man?
the perfect experiment like that? Where do you see this perfect Cavendish happen in nature?
Would you agree that nature is also can be also described as man-made too?
I think we mess with it, but I don't think the natural world is man-made at all.
I mean,
See,
we are part of nature, right? So anything we do is also natural, right?
No,
well, it
that's
depends.
synthetic.
Things
That
that
would be
people do that
considered
are
synthetic.
natural. There's lots
Yeah.
of things
What?
that people do that aren't
That would be
natural.
considered synthetic, yeah.
Mm.
I want to quickly play something for you, Luca. You see,
Alright.
Anja, it says gravity is not a force, and the acceleration is upwards. This is for the Delta
Oh.
audience. Globe
Nice.
rhetoric, by the way.
You found it. Wes.
Similarly, when we're standing on the Earth, the ground is pushing us up with a real force. And if that force is removed, our body goes from being accelerated to moving inertially. And then in that now inertial reference frame, we see the Earth accelerating upwards. Whether it's speeding up along a straight line, changing direction toward a center of rotation, or being pushed upward by a massive planet, any deviation from inertial motion is a real acceleration. And real acceleration requires a real force. In fact, when you step on a scale, you aren't directly measuring your mass. You're measuring the force required to accelerate you out of your inertial path toward the center of the Earth.
Hey, Flashlight, I got a question for you right quick. With this upward rising Earth and the solar system, doesn't it put another vector to the Earth's motion?
You see, the thing is that the flat Earth has a problem with its upward rising Earth because you have different averages in different parts of the world.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is like the globe in the globe model. If the Earth was rising upward from your point, would that add another vector to the whole solar system itself?
In all directions, just different vectors.
God.
That's why even the globe is very rubbish when it comes to this. But the thing that I'm trying to show you is Dell and his cult is pushing globe rhetoric.
I forgot to huff the glue this morning because my head hurts, man. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like I said before with the apple, it would need to be falling in order for you to make that perception of the ground rising to meet the apple. It would have to be falling down for you to perceive it in both ways. Just like he said, when we were falling, you could say that the ground is rising up at that point, and the reason we don't feel it is because, well, we're not falling. So yeah.
So we're not
Yep.
falling.
We're rising up.
Well,
So in other words, when I drop this phone, it's falling now, guys. We're all rising up. As soon as I drop it, we're rising towards the phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the phone.
Well, you were holding it, so you can't really perceive it in that way if you're holding it, because
yes, I can. You claiming us and the phone is rising now. If I let go, it's not the phone accelerating downwards as you observe. It's us rising to meet the phone.
Yeah.
Hey, Flashboy, do you have insurance on the phone? Just making sure.
I kind of get it now, I guess. Us rising up to meet the objects, because the reason we don't.
I want to ask you a question though, based on this, Luca. Would you be able to have a measured downward acceleration? We are able to measure things accelerating downwards.
Yeah.
So if we're able to measure an accelerated object accelerating towards the ground, doesn't that tell you then, okay, it's bullshit to claim that it's not accelerating? Because how do you measure an acceleration of something that's not accelerating?
Well, I guess you can't.
Kyle Adams, Einstein's equations of putting out the water. Okay, I think let's watch this. Thanks all for the link.
I got one more question before you go do it. Wouldn't there be a constant friction against your body, because we're always constantly rising up, and the medium you're in would cause a friction from being pushed up?
Well, if everything was rising up, then we wouldn't really feel the friction.
Well, I mean, molecules like that, like the gas molecules and stuff, aren't bonded, right? So they're loose. So they're being pushed up all the time, or are they just floating around and not moving at all?
I know that like the globe, like the rotation, we don't feel the atmosphere because it's rotating with the Earth. So we wouldn't feel the atmosphere if it was constantly being moved upwards with the Earth either.
And this invisible force keeps it velcroed to the surface of your sphere?
Well, I wouldn't say velcroed, because velcro would mean that it doesn't have the ability to move.
Well, at some point it has to stop. That's why you have your Kármán line, right?
I mean, gas has to. Well, in nature, gas doesn't really stop moving, ever.
Well, yeah, really. I get that. Yeah. So it's constantly moving. So it's not really gravitated to the Earth. Therefore, you have wind and loose gases and clouds floating around in all directions.
Yeah. Luca, do you understand that when you're claiming, the Earth's rising, there's no such thing as mass attracting mass then?
It would be. We can observe that, though. But, yeah, it wouldn't be accurate to say that it's rising. That would be an inaccurate way of describing it, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, I agree with you that rising would be an inaccurate way of saying it.
So yeah, it would be really crazy to say the Earth was constantly rising up at what 9.8 meters per second. That would be nuts.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay, let's watch this quickly.
Right.
And I'm Karina Adams. I'm Alina Adams. I'm Melody Adams. I'm Nolan Adams. Yeah.
Nice.
And today we are putting our world to the test at Dixie State University.
Ooh, big.
Previously, I produced several videos talking about Einstein's equivalence principle. In them, we talked about how Einstein claimed that falling objects don't actually fall. According to him, they stand still in the air, and the Earth rises up to meet them. No, we did not make this up. Both Dr. Perezga's here from PBS and the world-renowned astrophysicist Brian Cox vouched for us on that. Here are some links in case you missed them and would like to look more into that. Anyway, one of our major claims against that was, if our weight was caused by the acceleration of the Earth beneath our feet, then we would all weigh the same amount, for we would all be accelerating at the same rate.
That's actually correct.
Yeah, I never even thought of that one.
Wow. Yeah. I got a new GoFundMe I'm going to do. It's for Einstein. I'm going to get him a hairbrush.
Oh, nice.
We base this reasoning on the claim that when we ride in a car, all passengers feel the same amount of pressure when the car accelerates.
Yep.
And in order for one passenger to feel a different amount of pressure, they would have to be accelerating faster than another passenger. So today we're going to start off by putting that claim to the test. Here I have two different scales of different masses, and we're going to stand them upright in the back seat of my car and zero them out. Then we are going to accelerate and see if they both register the same amount of pressure acting on them. Just so you know, scale number 1 weighs 13.6 ounces, and scale number 2 weighs 1 pound and 9.8 ounces. Alright, hold on, I got two scales in the car, they're both zeroed out, standing upright, let's go.
Going 30 miles an hour.
Okay, you can stop now.
It's actually difficult to do something like that.
I imagine it is. And it was brilliant. They used the scales to weigh.
It would be different and everything.
Here's a screenshot from when they reached their climax. And from the looks of it, I was wrong. They are both registering different amounts of pressure. However, there is a possibility that there could be a technical malfunction taking place here, because the scales were not exactly designed to weigh things in the vertical position like this. So we're going to obtain a second witness by doing another experiment. Dixie State University has a 5-story elevator in their Jeffrey R. Holland building. So we're going to go for a ride and see how much our weight changes as we accelerate upward in the elevator. Okay, we've got Melody on the scale here, and we've zeroed out the scale. Go ahead and push the 5. We're going to go on up.
We're going.
Stay still, Melody, don't move. Going up.
Right. And the other no.
Okay, that's good. That's Melody.
Alright.
The 5. Now here's me on the scale, and sorry the kids were walking around on the elevator and caused it to shake a little bit. And it's going to probably fluctuate a little bit. We're going to just see.
Ooh, so
15 pounds.
That's
You gained 15 pounds.
Elevator thing.
And then you lose almost
And the elder
15 pounds.
And next up we have Raina.
It did zero out. You notice that. It found its equilibrium.
There's different people, which means there's different weights being applied to the scales. Like a little girl and him. Different people have different weights, therefore the scale would
yeah, but
be different.
his argument though is because if you're claiming Earth is accelerating up, we shouldn't have different weights.
No.
We should all have the same weight because it's the same constant. But he doesn't understand this is based on unbalanced forces as well. If you're going to have more mass, you're going to be able to weigh more. So therefore, your force ratio compared to if the ground is rising is going to be different to someone that weighs less.
It has to be a constant. Yeah.
So he doesn't understand there's an unbalanced force there.
Okay, I see.
So Kyle is wrong here. But it's interesting to see what he's trying to say here. That's it.
5 floors up. Here we go.
Wait. I'll tell you.
I was wrong. Even though the elevator was applying the exact same amount of force on each of us and causing us all to accelerate at the same rate, we all felt different amounts of pressure, or G-force, acting on us. So we will go ahead and toss the argument that if the Earth is accelerating upward, we should all weigh the same amount into the graveyard.
Boom, boom, boom.
That is fascinating.
Say what?
Because that tells me the speed in a centrifuge applies different amounts of G-force on different people depending on their mass. And that tells me smaller people have to reach greater speeds in order to reach the same amount of G-force as a larger person. I wonder if that's why roller coasters make me sick now, but they didn't used to when I was a kid.
Rocket Man is a cool movie, by the way. I enjoyed it.
Well, gentlemen, I got to get ready for work. Enjoy your debate.
Debate. You
I will.
Thanks, Roger, for coming, man. Blessings.
When do you
It's
work?
not going to be a debate, you know.
Isn't it?
Second part of that testimony.
Wait, where do you live? Trigger.
Oh, in Colorado.
Oh, okay. So not the same. Okay, not. Okay, yeah. Because I'm like, wait, isn't it like 9 p.m. for you?
Second part of that, Sakura.
But yeah, you don't live in Africa or South Africa, like flat side.
No.
So,
No.
yeah,
My voice, does my voice not make a noise? Any decibels does it not, Luca?
What?
Never mind.
Just talking over the top of me every time I'm talking.
I'm
What'd you
sorry.
say?
Maybe I've got no decibels to my voice. Maybe you just can't hear them. I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. I was talking to the other person.
That'd be Roger.
Roger, yeah. It's second part of Zachary King's testimony tomorrow.
Roger.
Yeah, so yeah. I was right, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I worked the night shift, and I'm getting ready to go in now, and I work till like midnight. So.
Oh, wow. All right.
I got to pay the bill somehow. All right, later, gentlemen. And PJ, you're going to have a stream later?
Hey, in the morning. Well, for later for you, in the morning for me. Oh, that's flats. Link I just
Gotcha.
That's wrong.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Cheers, man.
All right, later.
The implications of all this. Do I suddenly now believe that the Earth is actually accelerating upward like Einstein claimed? No. This just proves that if the Earth is accelerating upward, different objects can weigh different amounts. Although, there is a little more to Einstein's claim here. He claimed that falling objects are weightless despite the fact that they have mass. When we zeroed out the scales here, that didn't just magically make us weightless. Our weight was still being applied to the scale, and when we got off it, the scale would go into the negative numbers. We just zeroed out the scale while we were on it to see exactly how much our weight changed as we accelerated upward. Now let's go back and remember the words of the astronaut Mike Massimino.
I'm Mike Massimino, and this is how health is different in space.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you would know about that.
I was an astronaut for 18 years. I flew in space 2 times, 2 missions on the space.
Oh, so you've gone to a place that violates natural law. Okay.
Twice he was there. Twice.
Okay.
Boy.
Twice he broke the law. Twice.
Yeah, he broke natural law twice to be able to do what he claimed. He looks very healthy now, don't you see? He doesn't look overweight at all.
Yeah.
I still don't get that argument.
What? You can't have gas pressure without containment. It's very simple.
No, that how it violates natural law.
You can't have gas pressure without containment. Space, where they claim to go, is you guys claiming you can have gas pressure without containment. That's how it violates it.
But doesn't, like, gravity contain the
How?
gas?
We're going through now how gravity is not a force. It's the ground rising up to meet the object, not the object being pulled down to the earth. So in other words, you can't claim gravity is pulling gas down.
That would be a wise thing. Look, it's the
cognitive dissonance is deep.
Okay. Let's carry on with the video.
Space shuttle. Weights aren't going to work very well in space. You can take an object that weighs 600 pounds and pick it up with one finger because everything's floating, it's weightless. So you want to be pulling against something for a resistive exercise workout, like a spring or something that has some resistance to it, because that works just fine in space, but actual weights won't.
Actual weights don't work in space because everything is weightless. You have to use a spring because an actual weight won't provide any resistance when you lift it. So following that line of reasoning, if the Earth were to likewise lift a weightless object, the weight should likewise not provide any resistance. However, as we observed, weights on Earth do provide resistance. So, does this kill two birds with one stone here?
Actually, an interesting question. Yeah, because they're claiming 0G, when you're in the ISS or something, you're falling constantly.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you're also falling constantly. Well, you're rising constantly, actually. We'll see what he says.
How can you rise and fall at the same time?
What?
Yeah.
Let's tread this ground carefully. Einstein claimed falling objects are weightless. And Dr. Perezguez said our weight could be seen like the backward jolt we feel on a train. So a falling object would be weightless, but would still provide resistance, meaning a weightless object could be heavy, as oxymoronic as that sounds. This simply means that I could hold out a weight and never tire because the weight would be weightless. But if I were to move the weight, then I would feel it resist the movement.
Yeah, this again, as I said, Carl Adams isn't understanding how net forces work. This is the same problem Dow and his company have. That's why when you have that ball, she's holding these weights in her hands. Now let's say she goes in the vomit comet, and they're accelerating down. Those weights and the woman and the plane and the air and everything inside that plane is all accelerating at the same rate. So therefore, the net forces have become zero.
Yeah.
Understand? Zero. So that's why the weights are weightless. There's no restraint because it's falling with you.
No resistance.
And that's what proves that it is that you guys are actually moving because of that zero net force. So Kyle, unfortunately, his ignorance to this is debunking what he's trying to debunk without realizing he's debunking it in a wrong manner.
Why?
So, yeah, sorry, Kyle, but your whole video is based on you not understanding his net forces, but it does by merit show that, yes, the Earth's not rising up.
Wow.
This appears to be Einstein's get-out-of-jail-free card, and I'll accept it, as oxymoronic as a weightless weight sounds. That makes me think back to the two upright scales in the car. With the exception of air pressure, there was no horizontal force acting on the scales, meaning they were horizontally weightless until they were put into motion. However, Mike Massimino doesn't have a get-out-of-jail-free card. He said a weightless weight wouldn't provide any resistance, and I agreed with him on that concept. So when I was proven wrong, that means I get to take him down with me.
No, it's just you don't understand net forces. Sorry, Kyle. Okay, I don't think we need to carry on watching that.
Gotta take him down with me.
But like I said, I like Kyle and everything, but he does unfortunately have a misunderstanding of some physics. What other thing can I say? And no, Sean G, the acceleration is not due to a force.
I was just reading.
Because you guys are claiming it's not a force. So you can't claim it's due to a force. According to globe rhetoric, there is no force.
Okay, so what do you think?
What do I think? What?
The three
the peanut gallery?
Yeah. Okay, that's my.
Wow, you wrote like a whole essay here.
You've just said the same stuff you usually say.
I had to write it because my voice cuts out when I
go into another app. Go into another app from it when you're in a tablet or something. If you go into another app, you hear your voice.
So I had to write it. I'm sorry. Yeah. So yeah, the things are the first one is the Earth's mass curves space-time around it. The second is the apple, in this example, follows a natural path or geodesic in this curved space-time, and this path leads the apple towards the Earth, which we perceive as the apple falling down it. That's yeah. So it would be inaccurate to say rising. So yeah, that's what I wanted
What did you just
say. It would be inaccurate to say it rises to the Earth rises to meet the apple.
No, it's
that
not
would be
inaccurate. That's exactly what your globe rhetoric dictates.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, it would be inaccurate to say that.
Well, then you're just disregarding your globe rhetoric.
Yeah.
It because there's not really any rising. I
100% agree. It's stationary.
Still is still. Motionless is motionless.
All right.
Foundations don't move. That's why they're foundations.
Looking for. So, is there no one that wants to come debate?
I'll debate against gravity.
What are the poll results right now?
The poll, 30% say yes, we will get someone to debate us. 70% say no.
You don't count.
We should talk about some science. Well, that's I suppose one of the things we talk about a lot in our show is trying to remind people that science is not about coming up with the right answer; it's coming up with the least wrong answer, and hopefully, and that's a very enjoyable and a fascinating journey. You see it with modern cosmology is based on Einstein's theory of general relativity, which is a theory of gravity. So in that sense, the ambition of the theory was no greater, really, than Newton's. It was to describe how objects move in gravitational fields. Newton said that it's an apocryphal story actually, but Newton said there's an apple fell onto his head. Why did it fall onto his head? Because there's a force pulling it down, and that force is proportional to the product of the mass of the Earth and the.
That's Newton's. Remember, we went through this before. That's what Newton was saying. It's an actual force. It's an actual force that pulls the apple down. Okay, so that would mean the apple actually accelerates down. That's what he's saying.
mass of the apple and the square of the distance between them. So that was the first universal law of nature, 1687. So a great step forward. In 1915, based on thoughts that Einstein had had for actually a decade or more, Einstein produces a new theory of gravity, which the one-line summary is that the apple doesn't hit Newton on the head because the Earth pulls the apple down. The apple hits Newton on the head because Newton accelerates upwards and headbutts the apple.
That's weird, eh?
Aye, Brian.
Which was
it's quite messed up.
Floating there, minding its own business, having become detached from the tree. So it's completely the opposite picture. It's a very counterintuitive picture. Einstein's basic, the genius of Einstein was to realise what we all see now. If you look at the International Space Station and the astronauts floating in it, we're quite familiar with the fact that although those astronauts can be described as being in free fall, freely falling towards the Earth.
What's up, Budded?
No.
Yeah, we actually showed the photo earlier on here. We can't see how it's debunking a flat earther.
Yeah, Flats was talking about that earlier, Bard.
If you can click the link, you can come explain it to us more, Budded. It'd be great to have you.
Yeah, direction is definitely defined by, gravity gives things direction. We can't, if we were just in space with absolutely no other mass or anything around us, we wouldn't know which way is down or up, or left or right, really. Well, in this
You
case,
already
because
don't
there's
know which
nothing
way.
around us. So
Yeah, you already are like that.
the way we know where down is well, we get pulled towards the Earth, and that direction would be down. So yeah, gravity definitely gives things direction.
How?
Well, we get pulled down towards the Earth. When we jump, we fall back down, and down would be where the center of mass would be.
I agree. We fall down, so we accelerate downwards. But that doesn't prove gravity, though.
Yeah, well, as it stands right now, the explanation I gave would leave things open to different interpretations, but when you add more in-depth context to it, it becomes obvious that it would be gravity.
No, the thing is, when you look in more in-depth context, it's saying the Earth is rising and things are not falling down. So there is no down.
Down? So, yeah, that's what General Relativity says, is that there is no down.
Yeah, General Relativity says there is no down. It's saying Earth rises up to meet the apple. So therefore the apple doesn't go down. So there is no going down anywhere. Only rising.
Yeah.
Going down.
The way that Einstein, if he did say rises up to meet the apple, it would be an inaccurate way of putting it. And also accelerates upwards would also be an inaccurate way of putting it. So, yeah. If he did say that, then, then it would be inaccurate.
Yeah, and you still haven't shown us how gravity is proven by the statements you just made.
Well, no. The Cavendish experiment, or what?
Oh.
No, you just made a statement that gravity is proven by things going down. And then if we look at gravity, there's no such thing as going down, so therefore it can't be claimed as gravity. Then you claim, but it's gravity in the directions. So how does gravity claim the direction?
Well, think if you were in space and no other thing was around you, you wouldn't know down or up. You'd have no way of knowing that until
We do know.
mass.
We do know up and
But
down. It's called observation.
but you wouldn't know up and down in space.
Space doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
Okay, if space did exist, there would be no up and down.
Why should we beg the question of a place that doesn't exist to make an argument of a
Something
place that
doesn't
might
exist.
exist?
You can't say if it would happen up or down because it doesn't exist. You're saying if it does exist, this would happen. You don't know that if it doesn't exist.
Okay, hypothetically, if it did exist, there would be no up and down.
It's a hypothesis.
Yeah,
So,
is that
so
better?
you would agree then, Luca, there is no actual evidence for gravity.
There's evidence of mass attracting mass, which is what
No.
we call gravity.
NASA doesn't attract mass according to Einstein.
It follows a curve. Well, we definitely see mass attracting mass. We can definitely
we don't
observe
see
that.
mass
How
attracting
do you
mass.
see
Where?
that? Where do you observe that?
Where do we see this? Where?
That would be the that would be the experiment.
Cavendish isn't an experiment, and no, it's not mass attracting mass.
But
Do you understand that Cavendish?
And did he
Cavendish
try
is
every
not
type of mass on that swing thing? Did he try
You could
all types
say-
of different stones
You
and
could
masses? No.
You do
You
know
could
that
say that
Cavendish was
the-
just trying to calculate Earth's mean density.
you
Had
and
nothing
in
to
that
do with
way,
gravity.
and in that way, you could say the discovery of what would be called gravity was an accident. Because it wasn't designed to do a thing, but it was observed.
No, so it wasn't designed to do something that you are claiming. So then how can you claim
wasn't
it if it wasn't
for that
designed to do
purpose,
that?
No, but people observed it doing a thing.
No, you observe
that-
torque vectoring. You observe physics. Torque in action. Torsion twist due to torque, not gravity. It's called physics, man.
Don't you think that would be weird? A weird observation to make, to see
Why?
a
If you have to
twist
put a weight
in
on a rod,
something?
if you have to put weight on a rod away from its perpendicular, you would expect torque to take place, and it has to do something. There's a
Didn't
force
it take
applied.
like weeks for
The
him
weight
to
has the weight is an unbalanced force.
weight is
What's up, Button?
I made it. I was just catching up for a second to try to find out what you guys mentioned
Yeah,
about
we
it.
were trying to figure out what it was saying, and we didn't know what the argument actually was.
So I think what his argument is basically if the sun is going under the globe itself, then it's going to have the light rays going from under, because there are what appears to be light rays reflecting on the bottom of the clouds itself. So
yeah,
I've
that's
seen
what I
some really good demonstrations of it before, and I can't remember where I've seen it. And that's why
Michael's done these demonstrations. Chris Berry has done these demonstrations. I've done these demonstrations.
I just figured like demonstrable, like that kind of stuff. This guy drives me nuts. He's always scamming and all this stuff, just going back and forth with me all
You just
the
have
time.
to ask him, does the sun reflect light off the ground?
It does.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's it.
Right.
And that photo he showed you, the light was above the clouds, not underneath.
Yeah. I mean, the lighter part of the cloud was on the above part, and the darker part of the cloud was on the underneath.
Isn't it true also that when the sun is near the horizon, it illuminates?
Just want to say thank you, Roger Ladle, for your $2, which says space is a place where dreams are weightless. Yeah, you rock, man. Thank you
Weights
very
are
much.
dreamless.
Sorry, Ryan. Yeah.
Do you have that? Do you have that that image again with the cloud?
Yeah, Ballard, would you mind bringing it up? Then we can zoom it in.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me. me a second.
But you understand, Luca, what you're claiming is gravity is not a force, but you're claiming it's doing things that only a force can do.
Oh yeah, that's why we say it acts like a force.
But then it's a contradiction. You can't, just because you say it acts like a force, therefore it does it. It's either a force or it's not, mate. If something's not a force, it can't move.
Well, that is a good way of describing it.
So I think what he's trying to say is there's light down here. I mean, obviously the light's coming from the top, right? But there's down here it has some light. Which
but it would have light down there, reflection off the ground.
They have, from the earth. I mean.
I don't know what he's on. A body of water nearby.
Then the guy's retarded or something.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, I still don't really see what he's trying to say based on this photo.
The sunlight does reflect off of the earth. Otherwise, when you were up in the sky, you wouldn't be able to see the earth. Think about it.
Obviously.
So yeah, guys, I don't see how this debunks a flat Earth.
Michael did a good little demonstration of the reflection.
Yeah, maybe I can find it quickly.
It's to do with the mountain, the Mount one, wasn't it? With the what's that Mount one that you can see there?
Con.
Yeah.
Why whenever I put in Michael's channel, I have to search for it like crazy.
I know, yeah.
Oh man.
Hold on, it's probably about 5 months old ish.
No, but I'm just saying, if you're looking for his channel,
his channel,
other stuff, it's like not related.
Well, guys, that's why I usually don't join today. My wife's screaming at me for the next thing. I'm helping her hang a whatever you call it, exhaust fan over the oven. So let me go do that for her, i.e., helping her. So give me. She's ready now. So give me a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly show Michael's video, then you can.
Okay, great.
Or something, you can check it out. Shout out to Michael Kahn. This was all.
Hey, everyone.
Can you put that in the link too? I'll send that one over.
Yeah. So I come across this video.
I've come across some.
Speak truth, seek truth, and he's bringing a really old globe claim back up again. I don't know why it bothers him to do all this. I think what it is arguments are killing these people, so all they can do is keep rehashing old arguments, but this is what we have to deal with. So let's have a listen to what he's got to say.
Hello, welcome to Seek Truth, Speak Truth.
Who maybe doesn't know what the truth is.
Thank you so much for clicking play today. I'm an ex-flat earther and I use this channel to destroy the notion of my previously held beliefs.
Ex-flat earther. So you found truth and then you went back into lie.
He's not an ex-flat earther.
He was never a flat earther, Luca.
He's a liar.
I know this guy.
If you go look at his channel, his first 5 videos are literally idiotic things like looking outside his balcony and saying, "My balcony is flat, so the earth is flat."
Yeah, he lined his fence up with the underside of a cloud and said, "Look, flat." There's no evidence.
Okay, well,
he was a fake.
What about?
He used it as a publicity stunt because he still does it till this day.
Of course he does.
I am the most memed. If you look at the most memed ex-flat Earth person on Reddit.
Yeah.
He uses it as a publicity stunt. It was planned out, man.
Of course it was.
What about Rachel? She was a flat earther.
No, Rachel just follows whoever she gets attention.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But
if she can go from flat Earth to upward
he's a
rising.
grifter. He's the explanation of grifter.
Yeah.
I saw her debate with FTFE. She was definitely
debate.
Debate.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Look, come on, Rachel went from being a flat earther to believing in Dell's upward rising crap, to not understanding Coriolis, to saying, oh yeah, I'm a glober again, guys. What you said makes no sense. Rubbish.
She literally doesn't understand the things.
As often as you change the socks, man, I'm telling you.
She literally doesn't even understand the things she used to push.
No.
Yeah. Okay, but let's get on with this video.
I mean, wow, that says a lot about your mentality, mate.
Now, the last couple of videos I've done has been a back and forth with Flatzoid, claiming to be a flat.
I don't really think they're a back and forth. Like, I think you made a claim and Flatzoid showed you a couple of year old video where he already debunked this. But
Turther, but we've seen evidence before that he does fake things to get his results, and I have evidence here again that he has been caught using parlor tricks.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
To try and debunk my claim, even though...
You know what's funny about that, though? Has anybody shown these tricks and parlor tricks that they claim?
No. Do you remember when he tried to debunk, all he did was pull away the painting? That was he debunked. That's how he did it.
If they say it, therefore it is. That's all it is.
That's the problem with these people. They're always just, oh no, you're a moron, you're dishonest, you're just lying. It's like, okay, show me. Show me. You saying it, just show me.
I have evidence.
Politics, biggest politic going is Globe Earth, mate. And why all this groundwork? Why character assassination? Why muddying waters? Why poisoning well?
Well said, Mike.
Why can't you just make your claim, show your proof, and there you go?
What he does nothing to debunk anything at all. It's not even relevant to my claim. But we will go through.
I'm seeing some serious projection here.
It's called, yeah. It's
through
called,
this, and we will show you exactly how dishonest these flat earth.
Yeah, but that's he doesn't give it. That's what I say. That's just called how can I put it? After he muddied the
character
water.
assassination. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
but after that, it's just called. No, I can't think. Thank you, Ryan.
My bad. I was just saying. I mean, it's obvious that he's full of it up to his eyebrows. We've dealt with this guy yet.
But yeah, it's that word.
Dunning-Kruger? I don't know.
No. Trying to say face, I would say. What's the word? When you
say face.
You in some. I can't think of the word. Never mind. It will come to mind.
You'll think of it. You'll think of it after.
Bizarre, and the tricks they have to use to con people into believing in flat Earth. So I've been showing this image here, which clearly shows a shadow being cast upwards into the clouds. With this evidence I'm now showing you in a demonstration I did.
Yeah, you know why he called me dishonest? Because I showed how this was so pathetic. That was sad. It was a joke. Oh man.
I have shown that the only way a shadow can be cast upwards is if the light source is below the object casting the shadow. So
or there's a reflection.
So only way you can get an upward casted shadow is if the light source is below the object casting the shadow. Is that what you're saying?
That's what he said.
Because I don't think you've got a clear understanding of how light works.
It's also a local light, by the way.
Is what Flatzoid needs to debunk.
If the surface of the Earth was solid black, like flat black, maybe it wouldn't reflect.
Do you know what I pointed out to STSE with that? Since when is the sun against the Earth?
Yeah, it's a local light. So what is 93 million miles?
He moves the light like this, closer and further up, like against it.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, not even the globe claims that.
Nope.
Of an object, and also then that object casting a shadow upwards whilst the light source is above it. If he cannot do that, his claim that the Earth is flat has been debunked. So,
well, I don't really understand what shadows have to do with shape of Earth, but I'm going to have a go at debunking your claim, not Flatzoid.
Piece of paper, fat clouds,
piece of cardboard representing Mount Rainier.
Where's the light?
Oh, torch from a light source from above. And as you can see,
shadow.
There's a shadow
cast
there.
upon
Look at
I wonder how that works.
Didn't he just make a claim if you can't demonstrate it, then it's debunked? Well, he's just shown a demonstration. I've shown a demonstration.
That's a demonstration if I ever saw.
Yeah, Chris Berry showed a demonstration. Many people have shown demonstrations.
So not debunked speak lies, seek lies, speak lies.
Very good. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I'm sorry. I'll see you tomorrow.
Shot butter, good to see you, man. But yeah, keep the link.
Shotgun
You
you.
can show it to the guy and then laugh at him, okay?
Yeah, I'll let you know what he says. I'll come back tomorrow. I'm hoping he'll come on. I'm pushing him to come on.
Yeah, I would love to have a conversation with the guy.
I've been pushing him for Monday because I'm a little bit free. I'm more free on Monday to Wednesday. So
Shot,
I've
man.
been pushing him every day. Like, come on Monday and let's discuss. Because he keeps going on and on about different things on how he's proven me wrong. And I just like, at this point, keyboard warrior, you're a coward and you won't come on. Just here, I'll send you a link. Anytime you want to come on, I'm sure Flats will stop his show and be happy to have a discussion with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are all in agreement. We're good. All right. His name's Dave.
He's more than welcome to come. More than welcome.
All right. There you go. Take care, guys.
Cheers,
Well,
man.
I might come back on. I'll leave it on, but take care.
Shot, man.
There's a shadow cast up onto underneath at clouds, just like you see on Mount Rainier.
The only way a shadow can be cast upwards is if the light source is below the object casting the shadow.
So the sun's way up there above my window.
There it is. And on his lawn.
There's a shadow.
But yeah, I'm still getting a shadow on my ceiling from.
Wonder how that worked.
Oh wow.
And I just realised he's got the same lampshade as me.
The only way a shadow can be cast upwards is if the light source is below the
I'm gonna
object
go now.
casting the shadow.
All right, Luca, later,
Okay,
bro.
cheers, Luca. Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Bye.
All right.
That sun's at opposite side of the flat. See shadow there. But yeah,
Got a shadow on your roof.
there's still a shadow from lampshade on my ceiling.
The only way a shadow can be cast upwards is if the light source is below the object casting the shadow.
Yep. There we
They've
go.
never had a reflection. They've had a refraction, but reflection. Don't know about that.
That was brilliant. Yeah. Shout out to Michael.
I thought it was a brilliant demonstration, actually, and it's so simple to do as well. I never even thought about it.
The word I was thinking, damage control.
Aye.
Aye.
Damage control, man. They try that a lot.
Damage control.
Mm-hmm.
So, no Globies want to come in? What's going on?
I don't even think there's any Globers in chat, is there?
They've run away. Well, Thursday we're going to have a special, guys, because it's Shawn Hawkins' birthday. And he's challenged us to debate him on his channel because we're all too cowardice to do that.
Wow, Shawn actually made it. Shawn actually made it to 162. Nice one, Shawn.
So, guys, shout out to Shawn Hawkins for Thursday. We're going to take you up on your offer and go debate you on your channel Thursday.
Nice. And you've actually beat what the Bible said. No one will live to past 120. You did. Nice. You debunked the Bible.
Well, the funny thing is, when Shawn heard us talking about Dave, Soft Soul, shout out to Soft, saying that Soft looks better than him. He says, no. He disagrees with this. He says Dave looks like he's dying, and he looks better. And
Dave looks like 30
if he
years.
had to shave, he would look like he's 40.
Well, we know how he does that, right?
Shawn Hawkins. He said Shawn Hawkins said if he had to shave, he'll look like he's in his 40s. I was like,
wow. If he shaved, his face would disappear.
How delusional is that? Awesome. I have debated Shawn Hawkins. Well, attempted to on my channel, but I can show you how it went.
He kind of
just sat there saying nothing.
Yeah,
he literally just sat there.
Twiddle his thumb.
He did a brilliant lie though. He said his mic was broken and he couldn't speak anymore, and
he just sat there.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, are you going to debate? And he's just,
yeah, that's it. It was brilliant debate. Brilliant debate.
That was his debate.
It was. He had you on all night.
It was crazy.
On the back all the way.
It was funny.
Probably. Wow, it's probably time's going. It's probably about 6 months ago that now, isn't it? Maybe more.
Doesn't anybody want to debate something scriptural? We want to read some scripture? I don't know.
Well, yes, we should.
Where is that debate? Shawn Hawkins. Looking for the debate. Come on. Shawn Hawkins debates Flatsoid. There we go. Found it, guys.
Do you know what's hiding in your business's data? Companies of all sizes use BigQuery.
For Shawn. This is like anybody can. I don't know. I guess I can get a dog that's going to do debates better than Shawn Hawkins. Shawn, come on, we're waiting. This is your time to shine. Demonstrate gas pressure without containment.
This is Shawn Hawkins debating, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they say move on and come back to it. You see, the problem is if we move on, then he's never going to try and come back. Because this is how these guys work. They can't back up their claims, so they want to move away from it.
Why does he hold the smoke like that?
So, I'm waiting, Shawn. You said I'm ignorant, so explain how we're ignorant to Bernoulli's principle, please.
This was the debate, guys.
Waiting, Shawn. Is pressure involved in Bernoulli's principle, Shawn Hawkins? Is it or not? Well, while Shawn Hawkins sits there and tries to figure out what he's going to do because he can't concede, I'll just say hi to everybody in the chat. Thank you for coming.
And
please remember to share the show.
Guys. So if you want to go watch in your own time.
That was Shawn's best answer of the night. That one.
Yeah.
Right now.
There's
that was
the
the
link.
best debate he ever did, I think.
So there we Tiny Captain. Hey, Tiny Captain, you want to come in and debate, man? He says that's what Shawn Hawkins put in the same trick as you did many times, Fatswood. I'm sorry. When once have I ever just sat there saying nothing in the debate?
I know. What an idiot. Press the link.
Yeah. Because last time I checked, every time I've debated, I always actually back up my claims and rebut someone's claims. So it's really weird. So yeah, Tiny Captain, since you're there, you can click the link and come and debate us on this and maybe show your lie that you just presented. How's that?
He'll just sit there and Twitch. Is he in Twitch? Sit there and Twitch, just chilling.
He's in Twitch, yeah.
Because he just sitting there on Twitch because he knows there's no moderators there. That's what it is.
That's a good point. Super chat.
You did make more sense to Upward Rising Earth. I agree. Oh man. So after 78 votes, 31% say yes, we'll get someone to debate us. Very optimistic, guys. Very optimistic.
Why do you have to get someone? Why don't you just do it yourself? I mean,
well, you see, Flat Earth should be so idiotic and stupid that they should be falling over their feet to try and to see who can get you first to debate us. Is that not true?
Yeah.
So it looks like we're going to have to debate each other then.
Everybody was at Bozeman's biggest car show. Car show. All right, cool.
Nice,
Cool,
nice,
dude.
nice. Alan, how was it?
You have to show some picky pics.
By the way, guys, PJ had an awesome show today with Todd White. Make sure you guys go and watch it. It was really good.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. What a brilliant guy that Todd White is, man.
Yeah, he's really very Christian-like.
Yeah, for a pastor, yeah. He'll tell you you're awesome, but his doctrine is just terrible. Wow.
It's crazy.
Mental stuff. I'll have to do a few more like people like that. I mean, because Kenneth Copeland and all that's been done, but the younger people, they're like Todd White's kind of age. There's a few of them going about now that's like him, so I might get a few more of them.
Yeah.
Who's the guy I'm thinking of? I've got to find his name.
Wow, so exciting. Come on, Globies, where are you? You guys are making that we're going to have to go and debate people on Discord. 250 cars. Wow, that's quite cool. Let's see who's in there. Mr. 42's there.
Stephen Furtick. Stephen Furtick.
Thinking is also in visual. Ooh.
Stephen Furtick's another guy I'm thinking of doing one on. I'll have to find a video on Stephen Furtick.
And Brenda Debates is there.
Oh, no doubt.
So we can hop in with where in a chat where Bev Try Thinking is, Brenda Debates is, Blue Marble Science, Aldebear, and Mr. 42. And there's a whole bunch of other people. Stephen Mudd, everything. But do we want to put ourselves through all that? Check, Tiny Captain.
Why not? Something.
Never debate on your channel. Yeah, because you're a lying, shit-scared coward that only says lies about me and can't back it up. That's why. Run away, Captain. That's why you are banned on YouTube, because you are trolling and making lies about people.
See what I mean? But just cowards. Sit there in your little corner in Twitch, spying on flats, but you won't come in and talk. Oh,
but he's obsessed with me.
Why? Because it's fair.
Yeah, he's obsessed with me because think about it. He's banned on my YouTube, yet he is still making sure to watch my content live on Twitch. To comment. It's like, if I'm banned on someone's channel, I just leave and leave.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's like, okay, bye.
I just don't go to any of the channels. I really don't. And they're so obsessed with these channels, aren't they?
What's up, Roger Little? Thank you for your $2, which says, my question, shadows, do they move? Do shadows move?
Only if you're casting a shadow on a moving thing, like me.
If the object's moving, the shadow will move.
If the object's moving as well, or the light source is moving, then the shadow will move. Yeah.
But thank you very much for the super chat, man. You rock. And no, Tiny Captain, you're banned for trolling and lying just like you did now. So. That's right. Keep it back on the wall. You rock, Roger. Thank you very much for the super chat, by the way. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate all the support on the channel, guys. Hit the likes, share the show, let everybody know we're live, and let them know we still got a half an hour for somebody to come in and debate us on any subject. Heck, you can debate sunflowers if you want to.
Sunflowers, are they really from the sun or not?
Andrew Johnson. Should we let Andrew Johnson in? Because he knows that he's not really been welcome here. What do you guys say?
Is he trying to get in the back? Is he trying to get in the back?
I can let him in. Do you want him in?
I don't, but it's up to you. Just him, dude.
He hasn't bothered us in a long time, so.
Well, yeah, I won't talk to him, but yeah, carry on, dude. I will not talk to him, but you carry on talking.
It's like this is the bottom of the barrel, by the way, guys.
Absolutely.
It's like literally bottom of the barrel. Okay. Hey, Andrew, what's up?
Hey, Flatline, how you going?
Can yourself.
Yeah, all right. Look, I'm not here to debate. I can't be long, but I've got a
Okay, if you're not here to debate, then bye. Okay. So,
I knew it.
As simple as that.
Thanks, anyway.
I knew it. He just wanted to say something quickly and go.
If he's not here to debate, then I'm not interested.
Go on,
So, thank you, Johnson. Cheers.
He sits there in bloody comments talking about his left, right, centre in places he thinks that we don't see it as well. I mean, granted, I don't see it all, but I get a little look into all them corners. I don't even look for it. I get told about it, and then I go and check. I was like, they're talking about me for that. I mean, come on.
The guy's a joke, man. The guy's a joke.
Hey, I'm a tiny channel. I mean.
No, you're not.
Oh, well.
You're a big channel.
Aljo says, hey, floated WhatsApp with Nathan Oakley saying the globe religion came up from the Roman Catholics. No, not actually. I would say it did evolve, quote unquote, from the Roman Catholics because they were Jesuits, pushing the Big Bang and everything. But I wouldn't say the globe came from it, but they were the ones pushing heliocentrism. Yeah.
Can I ask a question about that? What
Yeah,
difference
go ahead.
does it make? What difference does it make? And what difference does it make who knew it and who and when?
Yeah. A tiny captain, the reason Andrew Johnson's not welcome here is because he is very obsessed with me and he does what you do. Make shit up. So when he decided he's going to come in and not debate on the topic that's I'm here, debating, then he's wasting our time. Simple as that. He can be glad I actually let him in.
That was so funny, though. That was so funny.
That was good.
And it was quick.
I knew he was going to do that. That's why I was like, my hand was already on the thing because I was like, okay, what's he going to do?
And you've got to hover nowadays
it's
anyway.
Predictable.
Because you don't know if they're going to corn bomb you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But it's predictable.
Well, yeah, that's to say the least.
Yeah, what can we do? So that's like all we really get, guys. It's sad. It's what the world has come to. But yeah, I'm waiting to see if Pythagoreans. There we go, Sov. Yeah, Pythagoreans, the Greeks. They're the ones who came up with the globe, not the Catholics. The Catholics came later. They just evolved the whole globe narrative to heliocentrism.
Do you know, it's mad because I actually showed that one in one of my streams and I never even thought of that one. But I remember hearing it and it never even clicked to me.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Let's see what's going on in the YouTube lands. I don't know. So, you guys have anything specific you guys want to talk about?
Is there anybody on live at the minute?
So Luca left because I mean
he got whacked.
But yeah, I don't know why Luca keeps coming back, to be honest.
Oh no.
He loves you, don't you know?
He's trying to sound like he's a little more on the fence now. I think he's trying to get in with
But he keeps bringing the same things over and over. That's the thing. It doesn't get anywhere with him.
No.
But even if he did convert to our side, wouldn't it seem disingenuous? Like we were taking advantage of him. I mean, that's the kind of thing that I'm saying is like, even if we did, it would be like, oh, all you did was convert somebody that's not very smart, right, or something like that. It's just, it's like definitely a trap.
If Luke had come and said he was a flat earther tomorrow because it just came to him because I just started this thing, and I wouldn't believe him. I wouldn't believe him. It's him as right now. I think he's trying to sound as though he's a little on the fence. Agrees with in certain little things, you know what I mean? To sound like he's on the fence. I still think he's trying to impress his FTFEs and McToons and that by
maybe he's only trying to impress himself and he's just trying to make
fun debating this.
I don't know, there could be other reasons. Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, maybe that. Maybe
that's what Sob said, masochist.
How gravity makes things fall.
Makes it fall.
I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Let's
No,
see how
gravity gives things directionality, remember? Gives direction.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for gravity, there'd be no direction, you know.
Yeah. Well, guys, this should be interesting because now he's going to prove to us gravity's a thing. Gravity's a force which does things. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we don't want him, exactly. 100% agree. Okay.
How does gravity make things fall? When you let go of an object, why does it immediately start to move toward the ground, accelerating?
I just want to point out something, guys. Remember, this is the same guy which you watched, Edward Current, which explained to us it's not the apple, the guy falling, it's the ground rising up, pushing it. So he's kind of double speaking here.
Until it hits something. For centuries, gravity was described as a kind of attraction between objects. Then Albert Einstein discovered that gravity is actually a warping of space and time. But what does that mean exactly? Maybe you've seen this demonstration, which uses a sheet of stretched rubber. A heavy object like the sun warps the space around it, causing the paths of nearby objects like comets to curve, or perhaps even orbit around it.
And then it goes and actually crashes into it.
Crash it, yeah, exactly. Yep. And then that becomes a bigger sphere.
Yeah.
That's what it gets
Tiny
called.
Captain, Tiny Captain actually thinks I care what Andrew Johnson thinks.
Oh, I know. What an idiot. Go sit in your little twitchy stream corner. I mean, it's chill there, man.
Oh, twitchy. Yeah, Sov, enjoy it. He's at the Roadhouse Steak for his daughter's birthday. So tell her we say happy birthday, Sov.
Ooh, nice.
All the way from the plane.
Nice.
No, TB, you were never banned, mate. You've been here the whole time. Why do these people do this? Oh, I'm not banned. I'm still banned. I can't see my comments. Yet your comments show up on the bloody stream.
Just show up, then you're not banned, obviously.
Yeah,
You can be banned if you want.
people are stupid. I'm sorry. If you're so idiotic that you don't understand when you come and you leave a comment and it shows, and you say, "Oh, I'm banned," it shows how idiotic you are. Thank you, Roger Lateral, for your $5 super chat, man. You rock. Topic: what is a Godzilla, and what are their mating habits? Just bored. What is a Godzilla? It's a demon from the underworld. I don't know. What is that movie where they had those big machines where they fought the? Oh, I can't think what the name is. Did you guys ever watch that?
The what? Robot Jocks?
No, man. It's like
I'm just guessing.
huge piano men that they used. They like had to link and pair them up. You need to use two people. Battlefield.
All right.
What are those things we're fighting?
Oh, yeah.
Level 5s and I'm trying to think what the name is. But Caillou keeps coming to mind. It's not supposed to be Caillou. Anyway. Yeah, let's see how it makes gravity.
This is just a handy way to visualize the warping that Einstein described.
That movie's called
It doesn't
Battleship.
actually explain gravity. After all, the ball is only rolling downhill.
Yeah.
Why does a ball roll downhill or an apple fall? I wanted to make a demonstration that would explain that. And this is what I came up with. I call it the space-time stretcher.
Oh, okay.
It's basically a graph for charting the up or down motion of an object over time. It's similar to a chart of the stock market or a season of the Chicago Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
Now pretend for a minute that there's no gravity.
There isn't. We don't need to
pretend.
Really don't need to. Okay.
If we let go of an object, it would just float there. Time would pass, but it wouldn't go up and it wouldn't go down. On our graph, it would follow a flat line along the time axis only. We can represent that line with a strip of colored tape.
Okay.
This is what happens as time passes. The apple stands still.
0 G, okay?
If we tossed an object upward in zero gravity, it would continue going up at the same speed. Without things like air resistance or a ceiling to run into, it would go up forever by its own inertia. On our graph, it would follow a straight line slanting upward. Now let's add some gravity and see what happens.
Irritating song, by the way. I don't know why I put that back.
Yeah, that's what the type of track it is to make you agitated. Like Terminator or something.
It just doesn't end. It's the same.
Monotonous tone.
Yeah.
Gravity is like a bending of this graph of space and time.
Isn't it?
And we can make that happen by turning this handle. The more we turn it, the more our space-time graph gets warped, corresponding to stronger gravity.
Okay.
Let's repeat what we did.
Now, sorry. How does it correspond to stronger gravity when you just said gravity is not a force, it's not a thing?
Yes. Explain what gravity is first.
Yeah.
Earlier. Now with gravity. If we let go of an object, it starts along the same horizontal line as before, moving only through time. Only now, space-time is warped. Notice that while the object is following the same flat line, now the time axis is peeling away. An object tossed upward also takes the same path as before, a straight line slanting upward. But when space-time is warped, things are different. To get a better look at what's happening to these...
Notice, guys, he's not actually saying how gravity makes things fall.
Yeah.
It does sound, however, that he's got a bullshit concept based on making graphs.
Yeah, and elastic bands.
But this is not saying what gravity is and how it actually makes things fall. You're just saying how we can plot things on a graph based on your belief of gravity.
Right.
So, yeah.
Objects with gravity. Let's return the space-time stretcher to neutral. Following each object across time, now the apple, instead of just floating there, starts to move downward, and it accelerates as it goes. For the same reason, the baseball goes up, stops, and comes back down, eventually passing its starting point. This is how gravity works. All freely moving objects follow straight paths through space and time. But if space-time is warped, as it is where there's gravity, then those paths appear to change. Let go of an object, and even though it's passing only through time at first, the warping will cause it to begin moving downward through space as well, completely on its own.
Of course. Makes complete sense. Complete sense.
Yeah.
Totally bullcrap.
And this is exactly why we tell the people about Reynolds relative density disequilibrium. It's just displacement of the object and the medium around it. So when they do this general relativity, it's them trying to make a mathematical basis for gravity being the arbiter of the things moving, where it's just simply unbalanced force because the object cannot be supported by the medium. That's it. You don't need this stuff that they're pushing. You don't need gravity. Yeah, exactly. The gravity is just theoretical bullshit solve. When it comes to actual demonstrations, it just shows what we are always manipulating is the displacement between the object and the medium, and it's the ratios between it that gives the movement. Because it has an unbalanced force.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Very simple stuff. But thank you for not showing us how gravity makes things fall.
So
it's a misleading title, that though.
Yeah, he's good at playing with elastics. Stretching them to the left.
Oh man, I was hoping because it's Sunday again that Matt Dillahunty and them would be online again. But now he's got Forrest Volko and Jesse Dordak on. Does God want us to know him? Yes, very simply, he does.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. Of course. We were made for a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Space trampolines, Alessandro.
So.
But when you're on a trampoline, you're not bouncing off the trampoline. The trampoline's coming up to meet you.
Yeah. Apparently, when you bounce up off a trampoline, which, by the way, means you have a force because you're accelerating upwards, and you're using that energy because you get kinetic energy, and then you have potential again, and then you land again on. Then you measure an acceleration falling down as well. Just like you can physically feel you accelerating upwards when that happens, you can physically feel you accelerating down again.
Absolutely.
Which totally dispels the notion of Earth rising to meet you.
I mean, because if it was constant, your hair wouldn't be flopping up and down, would it?
No stress, Ryan. Good to see you, man, by the way. Thank you for coming. Wow.
Not the internet. Naughty internet.
Not the internet. I do find it very weird, though, that the Globies always struggle with mics and stuff, though.
Always. I really don't get that. Well, I do get it. Of course, it's just a lot.
But yeah, guys, I would really appreciate it. Everybody sends that video with the challenge to the Deltardians everywhere.
Yeah. I'll put it in my community. I'm open with it. I'm going to open with it in the morning as well, I think, before I do the testimony.
We really appreciate it so we can actually see if they're actually going to address it or not.
Absolutely. I dare say you're going to hear from maybe one or two of them. Pick a few. You know what I mean?
I would love to actually have a discussion with Blood Always Finds Its Level as well sometime. Blood, if you ever want to have a discussion, let us know. It will be great because we can discuss it. Because he used to be a flat earther.
Oh, yeah.
And he says the flat earth is a psyop. So it'll be interesting. Do flat earthers think the Bible doesn't have science because there's no method? The Bible's not a scientific book, mate. It's a historical book. It's a prophetic book.
Yeah.
Not science.
Not the scientific textbook.
TV. Dell dropping a bottle is not an effect of observed in nature. Exactly. It's definitely not.
Yeah. It's pushing because it's pulling. I mean, it's pulling because it's pushing. I mean, there's no such thing as pulling.
There is no such thing as push force, according to Dell, remember?
Yeah, of course.
Pull
force. Everything's push, isn't it?
Everything's the push, yeah. And it's moving because it's moving.
I get that there can be the same outcomes with them forces, but they're different forces. And when it comes to like physicality, the body uses different certain or muscles in different ways to either push or pull. They're definitely different things, even though they may have the same outcome.
Now, Blood always finds it. Okay, name a science book. You know what a false dichotomy is? I don't need to name anything. You were asking a statement about the Bible, so I just told you the Bible's not a scientific book. It's not my burden to go and show a science book because you can't understand the Bible's not a science book. It doesn't make sense. Scattergunning is not going to help you. It's just displacement, exactly, Self.
Displacement.
So in other words, guys, when you take a drink of something, like if I've got this mug of coffee and I take a drink, I'm not pouring it in my mouth because I'm rising up to meet the coffee.
Yes, rising up to meet the coffee.
So we've got 62 people in chat now. Let's see how you guys will answer that. Type 1 in chat if you think it's an unbalanced force that causes things to move. Or type 2 in chat if you think it's Dell's argument. It's moving because it's moving. You see, Dell, it's going to be very easy. Other people can answer straight away. You, on the other hand, look at all those ones from PJ. PJ got it right. I'll answer it too.
I'm just answering for everybody else as well.
Yeah, see, everybody's giving the right answers. Now, why isn't Dal able to answer that? One. Hey, settle, Bob. Tony.
Post anything. 2-1. Post anything 2-1. Nice.
But yeah, it's gonna get to a place. There's a reason why I called his argument number 2. By the way, I think you guys are getting the gist of what the meme will be. Because it's a what argument? A number 2 argument.
Number 2.
Yeah, Derek, no idea. He hasn't given the reasons why Flat Earth is a psyop. That's why I said I'd like to have a chat with him. He can come and discuss it with us and tell us exactly how Flat Earth is a psyop. It'll be interesting. Ryan Watson, do we really have to do this? Yeah. 1. See, we're just getting ones.
It's weird though. Wonder why.
Yeah, TB, technically Dal doesn't pick up a bottle.
No.
Get out my swamp donkey. Yeah, that's crazy. I think we can end it here. Why not? So, gonna shout out your channel and tomorrow's show.
Absolutely. Actually, I'll put the link in for tomorrow's stream. It's already. I think I've already done it. I sorted that out earlier. I think. Yeah, I think I know. I think.
Sandra, 2 because I'm special.
It's the link for the morning stream, and I'm going. Yeah, I'll start off with Flats' little challenge to the Octavians, and then get into the testimony. Ooh, gloomy. But yeah, that'll be 8 a.m. GMT, guys.
Nice. Yeah, guys, please do support Mr. PJ and his show. It really is cool. Like I said, we had an awesome discussion today.
Really good.
Go and watch it. Yeah. It's really cool. So, I guess that's the show. How exciting.
PG beat me to what? Oh, to the ones. Oh, right, I got you.
So, yeah, guys, thanks for coming. Really appreciate all the support. You guys rock. You just are awesome. If you haven't already, hit those likes. It really, really does help to grow the channel. So, it'd really be appreciated. Oh, who's dropping in now? Joe again. Roger. Yeah, you want to close up?
Are you closing up?
Yeah.
That was pitiful, guys. That was. I'm sorry. We get no response from anybody, do we?
We got Andrew Johnson come in not to get debate.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard
After
that.
we told him I only let him in if he has debate, but he doesn't want to.
Yep. Me and Luca with the same old red. You know.
Well, I tried to push those tough questions in the super chats.
Of course.
Yeah, and I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I think, Luca, as well as still having the same rhetoric, he's kind of like conceding in certain parts, trying to make us sound as though he's a little on the fence, a bit more still the globe side, but he's a little on the fence with certain things. Yeah, I think he's just trying to get him with this stuff.
Yeah.
He's trying to impress his world leaders.
Yeah, he's trying to get under your skin again. That's all it is.
Oh, Shawn.
Come in. Who's the XO? I'm not sure. I'm scared.
The XO. You got an XO? Did Michael drop out and everybody else?
Yeah. The Michael dropped out. Let me do something.
Right, change that.
I don't know if we can do it this way. I want to let him in, but I'm not sure. Can you first show your face on camera, the XO, before I let you in, please?
We're waiting.
Yeah. I'm not going to just let anybody in, especially like that, especially with what's been happening in the past.
Oh, Butter Biscuits is still here.
Especially with a vague name like that.
Actually, I just got back, so yeah. I was being quiet. I thought you guys were going to end it. I literally just walked back.
We got a visitor. He dropped out
I
too?
asked him to show his face before he dropped out. So
is he that ugly?
Was that going to be my boy?
Because I'm very skeptical with people.
Yeah, I know. He just thought he ran because he was ugly. Never mind. He didn't want to show his face.
He just couldn't get his porn started.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Be careful.
I don't want to take the chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Apparently, so his blood always finds its level.
Yeah, but you don't know. It could be someone else.
Yeah.
So it actually is Shawn Hawkins' birthday today, guys?
Thursday.
Is that for real? Thursday? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I got to send him a card.
No, Blood, I didn't know, man. Okay, but you know what? Come on tomorrow night, Blood. Oh, no. Yeah, tomorrow night's Monday.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to get if I find out anything from him, I will definitely let you guys know beforehand, and I'll try to join before too.
Awesome. Yeah.
Give you a heads up. All right, cool. I've been going back and forth with him for months now, so I kind of got tired of it and whatever, you know how it goes. And he just keeps on sending stuff, and I've sent him everything, and he continues with stuff I've already sent him. So, like, what's the point of continuing?
Yeah.
I already told him I was going to stop, but he keeps emailing me, and I'm like, why do you keep emailing me, man? Like, what, just let it go. I did.
Well, but haven't you seen this? We get a lot of obsessed people though in this arena for some reason.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Absolutely.
Vara Bible Study Challenge, we still have to do that as well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Vara's a cool guy.
Yeah, Vara's.
Oh, he loves to tell why the Bible isn't meant for you either. It's not meant for the Gentiles, so.
Yeah.
That's all for the Jews? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not for the Gentiles. It's only for the Jews. That's his whole thing. He was a Christian, and he's no longer a Christian, and he's got every reason out there. And yeah, I'm like, the energy, the waste. I'm not going to even deal with it. But
the Bible wasn't written by Jews.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, I want to ask something. Okay, in John 3:16, if God says whoever so believe, does that mean Jews believe?
Yeah, and bring it until the Gentiles, until the ends of the earth.
Whoever.
You can't have ends of the earth.
Check whosoever is everyone.
Yeah, it didn't say whoever within the Jewish community. You know what I mean? But whichever Hebrew says whoever.
He sent me a bunch of stuff. I still haven't read it, but
yeah, but it's also idiotic because then he's claiming God didn't create everybody. We just somehow the Gentiles are then some evil
Well, he says. Well, he's also in this whole bit that your God is evil, and he's got all these contradictions that he thinks that he sees. So,
well, then I'd love to debate this guy. I think.
Yeah, this guy. I'm like, God, please come on. It would be great because, I mean, all of us could kind of go in or whatever. However, yeah.
What came first, Abraham or the Jews? Abraham.
That would be Abraham. Yes, he did.
Abraham.
Well, I brought up Romans 10 to him, and he's got the whole run around with all of that. It's so out of context and such a headache. I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this guy. It's pointless. What's the point of even arguing with somebody like that?
There isn't.
Yeah, no.
Really, there isn't. But if he wants to come on and do it, other than that,
great. I mean, it's a great conversation to have.
Yeah, it'd be a good conversation, but other than just going back and forth to be a keyboard warrior, and I just keep telling them, if you want to be a keyboard warrior, you can, but if you're a coward, then don't show up. But if you want to actually come and talk about it, then show up.
I just want to ask Roger, are those cameras looking straight down at you?
Yeah, straight down.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure, dude. They're 360 cameras, and I've looked at the feed they have at the asset protection. They cover a full 360 circumference. They view me and that whole parking lot. They can direct them any way they want to.
So why
you got a nice blue sky there. Where's all the chemtrails?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. There's one little bit left over. You can tell it's from a contrail over here. I'll show you.
Contrail. Excuse me.
Oh, chemtrail. Sorry. Yes. You don't say the C
that
word.
One might be normal. Yeah. No, that looks pretty blue, man.
Okay.
It is. It's Colorado, man.
Roger, if they do a full 360 view, why is there two at that point?
Right.
I have no idea, man. I have no idea. I didn't put the system in.
Face one down while they face one out.
Yeah. Well, if somebody breaks in here, they got both angles covered going to the door here. This is automotive center. So, and the garden center's over that way. So there's doors on it. It's like the outside of the garden center. So if anybody breaks in, they got a full view of this corner. That's probably why they did it. There's more around the corner too, like over on that side of the automotive center and straight across from the garden center too. There's cameras everywhere.
I suppose they double up and everything in case one fails anyway, so they've got them in the same.
They don't miss the thing. If that lands on a twig, they got it, dude.
True.
That's a criminal. He's going to steal some of that dirt.
All right, guys.
That dirt belongs to Walmart. Yeah. What are you doing tomorrow, Flatsoy?
No, I said just looking forward. I'm hoping that this Dave guy will respond, and kind of crossing my fingers he does kind of join, just so I can be done with this. He's been bothering me for months and months, and just continues. And I've sent him every explanation there is out there, and he continues on with the same things that have already been addressed. So I'm like, just go back and read older emails if you want to do that. They're there, but
so like, how'd your argument start with this guy?
Long story short, actually, I was on it's called Board Game Arena, so it's just like you can play board games online. And I was playing a guy on a game called Distilled, and he started chatting with me. He said something about having friends, and I was like, "Oh no, I don't have any friends anymore." And he's like, "Why is that?" I said, "Well, once you believe in a flat Earth, you don't have any friends." And then he was like wanting to debate. He wanted my information. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'd love to find out what you think about that." So I was sending him some stuff, but I didn't realize he was like his whole thing is he's on all these Facebook channels and all this stuff trying to debunk, and he's a big like FTFE guy and McToon and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, and then I was like, oh, I didn't realize this was an anti-glober that I was actually talking to, and so that was it. I just made one little comment on it, and that was that. And it just started.
He's a troll, really.
Yeah, honestly.
He's looking for people who are looking into flat Earth and trying to steer you back to the globe.
Yep.
He's on a mission. Yeah.
Yep.
I've met a few of those on there, and the only argument I got out of them after I debunked most of their debates is like, where's your map? And I'm like, that's the last thing I got out of him. I'm like, well,
comes down to the month.
Where's yours? Because you don't have one that works either. So
yeah,
what?
well, he claimed Google Earth was his map. That was his stand, and that he was not moving off of it. Everything Google Earth put online, that was it. That's his map.
Did you ask
all
me
right.
about the 14 other islands off of Japan just found?
Oh, they did? Huh. Yeah, what about it? It's not on that map.
It was on no, it's not on Google Maps. So
no.
I guess they were wrong. Oh, oops.
So most everything they got off Google Maps is they took an atlas and they went around through everybody's neighborhood and took pictures of everything, and they laid it out on a map.
And then they shade in everything else, and you can completely tell. Even the oceans are shaded in.
Oh yeah, it's all crap. Now, if they actually had but I don't think you can do that even with a camera. I don't think you can get a picture of everything and composite it into a map. That would be impossible.
You can get the large land masses, though.
Yeah. And that's what NASA does with their round ball. They just tack a landmass there, try to make it fit to the globe size, and hope nobody pays attention to anything else.
That's it.
I've literally had globies actually just hold up the blue marble on their iPhone and go, "Look, see the Earth?" Yeah, I don't see the Earth, but it's somebody's idea of what it looks like.
Yep. Well, I got to get off this. I got the wife waiting. I got to get done. So, but you guys take care, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night. All right.
Bye. Bless you, man.
Later, bud.
Ciao, guys.
Is Flatsoy still here?
I think so. Yeah, I dare say he's just going.
I think you just leave it running. It still says live on here. It's counting.
No, he's still here. He's probably just going to the toilet or sort the kids out or something. I don't know. He's not going to go. He's not going to go without leaving, stopping the stream.
I still got 10 minutes left on my break. So what do I do?
Why not?
We're going to go on a research. I'm going to go find what a Godzilla actually is. I want to find one.
You want to find what Godzilla is? Yeah. It's a Godzilla with an R in I don't know.
I got to hand it to him.
I always used when I used to read his name, I always used to read Godzilla. Brandon's or whatever. I used to read Godzilla. So in my head, I just seen had Godzilla image until I realized it was God.
Yeah, I know.
I think that was.
Yeah, whenever he does super chats, Nathan makes a point to pronunciate it Godzilla.
Aye.
He's everywhere, dude. Gordzilla's kind of one of the backbones of our little flat Earth community.
Oh, aye, God's definitely, and he's been around for since
ages.
I think because I remember him in 2019-ish, maybe on Ranty's or Brandon's. Whether it's after Brandon took over from Ranty or whether it was on Ranty's, I can't remember, but it was definitely either or. Still in chat, actually.
Is there anybody in chat?
Yeah, there's still people in chat. But God, Godzilla, are you still in chat? Did you ever go on Ranty's or was it on Brandon's I would have first met you or seen you? If he's here, if he's still here. I'm not sure. Yeah, Flex's avatar just went to avatar. So I dare say something the kids out or something, I don't know.
Yeah, Saab's still in there, isn't he? I saw him. Hey, Dave.
Yeah, he was not too long ago.
Yeah, that was a great back and forth him and Ryan had last night. Man, oh man.
I didn't. Who Ryan?
On Burn the Corporate Fiction, his son.
Oh, of course. I was in bed, of course. I was after them, Vicky streaming it, so I was in bed.
Sorry, yeah, you can't constantly stream, can you?
Well, I don't know. I kind of constantly stream. I don't know. Not so much the past couple of weeks, but in general. Because I think I'm getting back to doing it every day now.
Isn't that the basis of the Truman Show? Like his life is a constant movie. You know, like they're filming his day-to-day life.
Yeah, that gives you like sort of elements.
Okay, cheers, guys. Have a great evening or day further, whatever. See you tomorrow. Make sure to catch PJ tomorrow morning as well.